Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So, it's been a bit since I put a video up, and I'll tell you why. I've had some computer issues, and you guys have heard me say before, yes, my internet here is horrible, but I bought this really nice MSI computer last year, like a year and a half ago, and I thought this thing should last me a lifetime. And I don't know, probably 4 months ago, I started hearing the water pump. It's liquid cooled and all that stuff. It's like a big gaming computer. I don't game, but I was told for editing it's pretty good for that. So anyways, the water pump was making this noise, so I'd slide the glass open like, come on, man. And then boop, it starts working cool, like cool. So I went down to the Detroit show, come back, and I thought, cool, I'll upload my videos, do a little stash ad, kind of show some of the stuff I had going on. No problem. It's taking forever to upload the video. And I thought, come on. And I'm like looking at the computer. It's like I hear the water pump freaking out again. I'm like, come on, buddy, one more video, you can do it. And I knew it was starting to have problems, and it was shutting off here and there, and this has been going on for like 4 months. So long story short, it kept shutting off on me, and I thought, okay, before something gets broke, I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna just take it in. The guy uptown here, he's really good, and go from there. So he texts me back shortly after and he says the CPU is overheating. And I thought, well, I kind of wondered that it was shutting off on its own. So it was running 99 degrees Celsius plus. So for you metric guys out there, so in Fahrenheit, that would be like 210.2 or something like that. He believed it was probably running higher than that. It was enough to melt the thermal paste out of it. And I thought, ooh, that's pretty warm. And he says, he's shocked I didn't damage anything, but he said everything looks good. The graphics card, all that stuff, he said, seems to be working fine. So I'm waiting on a part. I ordered this last week, and I figured it would have been here by now, but it's not going to be here. We just got a text on the phone a little bit ago that says, sorry for your inconvenience. Your part's not going to be here till Thursday next week. And I thought, are you kidding me? It's another week from now. This is Sunday. But it's all good. So that's just how it goes. The devil's in my stuff right now. So, that's okay. We'll get through it. It's not a big deal. So I am using my old crappy laptop. I'm trying to, and it's an old HP. It's, I put it away for a reason and got a new computer, and I dug it back out and found the cord plugged in. I'm like, this is why I quit using it. Because it's just, oh man, it's so slow. I'm just not going to go there. We're just going to leave it at that. I can't watch nothing. I can't do anything. It's just like, not today, my man, not today. It's just sitting there, it doesn't want to do anything. So whatever. So I'm trying something new. So if you see the videos look a little different, this is why. So once I get my computer back, things will be as its normal scheduled programming, and we'll go from there. So I'm trying the creator thing on YouTube with my phone. So that's why it'll be a little different. So I'm trying out, and I know a lot of you guys use your phones and don't use a computer at all, but I don't. So this is kind of new to me, and I'm sure it'd work fine or whatever, but we'll see how it goes. So other than that, Tony Lancer stopped over today. Hanging out for a little bit, was talking model talk a little bit here, and was trying to polish up this bag of Skittles. So Tony, still got some left, bud, and it's starting to hurt my mouth, so I gotta quit eating them. But figured we'd polish that bad boy up, but it didn't happen. So anyways, other than that, I want to show you guys the Falcon. I took it down to the Detroit show. It turned out pretty nice, and I figured I'd do an update video on it. So what I'm going to do is I'll take it over to the turntable, and I'll give you guys a little rundown and a little bit of a closer look at it. A lot of you guys that were at the show down in Detroit, it was cool talking to you guys. And like I say, I will put a video up once I do get my main computer back, and all my videos are downloaded in the computer after like a half-hour wait to get them on there. So hopefully they're all there when I get my computer back. So I will put a video up of that. So if you see that coming up, yeah, it's behind. It'll be about 2 weeks late at that point, but it is what it is. It's my take on the show. So hopefully all my videos are there, because I kind of delete some off the phone. I usually delete them off the phone after I upload them, so I'm hoping they're all still there. So we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. So anyways, let's go to the bench, and let's take a look at this little 64 Ford Falcon from Trumpeter. I think it turned out pretty sharp. So I'd say I think this is probably one of my better builds. So things get better as time goes on, right? So further ado, let's take a look. All right, guys, there's our Falcon in all its glory. Yeah, I think that turned out pretty cool. A little different on my turntable. I put a piece of wood on here. I think it looks kind of cool. So I just did the black wash in the grill. And I took the headlights, like I said, I'm sorry, not the headlights, but the marker lights down below. And I used the Tamiya orange clear on that because I did not like the stickers that come out, because they were basically stickers. So I wasn't very fond of that. What's all right. So we have the wheels and tires. These are like the old Kelsey Hayes rims. I believe those were Kelsey Hayes from back in the day, like the Keystone Classics. And those are out of the 64 Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt Street Kit. And the tires are out of the MPC 32 Ford Sedan Delivery, the Coca-Cola one. So that actually had some really nice tires in that kit. So if you guys are looking for some really cool rims and tires, buy that kit just for the wheels and tires, because that's what those are out of. And they fit amazing on this car. I think it works really well on this thing. So this car has no clear on it, but it is polished. So that turned out really nice. I gotta get some license plate decals. I think I'm just gonna go online and order just a slew of them. I think that's really cool. So looking at some of the details of the car, you guys had seen the detail of the interior a while back. So I mentioned I'm gonna do a advertisement paper on the seat, and I gotta dig those out. I finally finished the desk for my daughter's salon, and I'll put a little video up of that here pretty quick. That turned out really sweet. So I've been working on it all week trying to get that done, because their grand opening is in a couple days. So we took that down and delivered. So that's where that ended up. Some dust up here. So little details here. Like I said, you'd seen the interior. The antenna. So the antenna that come in the kit was a big plastic stick. And it just didn't look good. So I ended up doing is taking the antenna, cutting the base off it, and using that, because it had a pretty good size hole up top here. So that was that. And then use the music wire for the rest of it. So I had a few of you guys ask, what am I going to use for screen inside the teardrop hood? And you know, when you first asked me that, and I thought, I really don't know. I got fingerprints on that rear glass. I just seen that in the camera. So I found something that I thought worked really well, and I think it looked pretty cool for scale. So that screen is a paint filler. So like your regular paint filler, like this here, like automotive paint, I just cut that screen out. That's what the screen I used. And like I say, a while back, you guys asked me, what are you using for the screen? And at the time, I have no idea. I said, I'm thinking about it. I just don't know. So that's what I ended up using for that. So that turned out really cool. And I didn't even paint it. That's just white. Like as if you just cut it off that. So it worked out pretty cool. So let me take off the hood here. So we'll do this in steps here. We'll take the hood off and then we can look underneath it. Okay, so the hood off. So you can see the screen. I just cut it in little pieces and then I just glued it in there. So it worked really good. I used some CA glue and I just touched it and it wicked itself around there really cool. So I thought that worked out really good. So it turned out pretty cool. You guys see that or not? You can just see through it. So it's not like, you know, oh my gosh, but it turned out pretty neat. So the engine, like I say, I ended up painting I just ended up painting the top of that, and I tried to do the Cobra a little bit, and my wires are all over the place, so I got to work on getting that cleaned up a little bit. So I do my solenoid on there that I printed off a while back, and I have that to a battery, and the other wire does go down to the starter. So if I turn this over, this is probably going to come off, so I'll take that off now, the air cleaner. So we could always display it on the car like we're working on it. So I also took the air cleaner and I painted it, the pleats in it, like an orangish color, like a rust color. So I'll take that off there and let's take a look underneath it. like I say, those wheels I think just really set this kit off. So check out those wheels. Isn't that cool looking? So to get these wheels to fit, because they did give you some pretty good wheel liner in there, I ended up taking and cutting the axle down just a little bit to fit that in there. So that is the axle that came in the trumpeter kit. Get it to focus here. And then it's got kind of like your skinnies on the front. They're not quite skinnies, but they're close. So that turned out pretty cool. So you can see the Cobra on the oil pan there a little bit. So that turned out pretty neat. So all in all, this was a pretty nice kit. It went together really well. The body fit a little. I had to trim a little bit in the corners here. I just didn't want to sit past that bumper, which is not a big deal. That was kind of my only fitment issue with it. The rest of the kit went together super good, super well. So I was really pleased with that. All right, so yeah, so that's our Falcon build, guys. Like I say, that turned out pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with this one. And yeah, so it looks really nice. So like I say, I just did black wash inside the rear valance for the rear trunk area. And obviously did not add a license plate like I was just talking I'd like to do. And it's just bare metal foil on all the sides. And I think, like I say, that tire wheel combination, I think that just set that off. That looked really good. So there we have it. That is the build for the Ford Falcon. Like I say, nice kit. You guys see one of these, grab it. It's a good builder. It's a nice kit. It's got good detail. It's got really deep panel lines. I didn't have to scribe those out or nothing. So I was pretty pleased with all that. But like I say, I think the rims and the wheel and tire combo turned out really cool. Just super happy with it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up short and sweet and go from there. So, yeah, so like I say, the paint on this is the Candy Apple Red MCW. So if you guys are looking for that color paint, go check out Mark's website at Hobby Nut Models, and there will be a link below in the description. And he can hook you up with that stuff, because I'd say that is probably one of the cooler reds I have seen. And it's funny because in the camera, it looks almost like a dark burgundy red in the real life. I don't know why the camera picks up as like a brighter red, but it's not that way in person. So anywho, that's where we're at. So all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out the channel. So we will see you on the next video. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.